Aaron, you could say Kendall McCourty is the model athlete. A picture-perfect performance at the Illini Classic, she won the women's high jump event. But there's more to this track star's portfolio. Right about the same time Kendall McCourty discovered her athletic talent, came another hobby she was also good at: modeling.
This whole project just sounds so vain. I don't mean to come off that way. It's just, you know, you look in a mirror every day. You see yourself every day. And so you have to accept what is in front of that mirror to keep going, and you either do something about it or you don't. And right now I'm choosing to continue with my path. My I chose track, so I'm going to finish what I started. I know that there's still things that I want to accomplish, and my mom keeps telling me that's only a couple of years of your life that you have to deal with this. But I've been hearing that since I was 7th grade. Only a couple of years. Now it's been 10 years of pleasing other people. And I know I'm not angry. I'm not angry with anyone. I'm not angry for being asked to do things. I'm just simply stating that it's been a difficult transformation and a difficult couple of years.
Talk like they're over.
I know.
They're not.
But it did start quite a while ago.
Oh, it did. No, it did. But I think you still struggle with that. I mean, it's really ironic to me that for modeling, you were as thin as you could be, and you were never thin enough. You were always too muscular. And at the same time that you were going through that in track, your coaches were pushing you to be more muscular. You were too thin for track, and nobody's ever just let you be who you were meant to be, and your own natural physique. It's never been good enough, and that makes me upset even today, because you still are upset today with body issues that I didn't see coming with a track lifestyle.
I want to be me, and I want to be my size, but I have to be able to sacrifice how comfortable I feel within myself to achieve things that I want to. And to come out of this experience of Division I athletics and proud of myself for it. And that's where I'm struggling now at the moment.
While you believed that you could do both modeling and track, and you could do them to your fullest, you were really torn. And you would, see pictures of yourself on a contact sheet and say, oh, look how big my legs are, or my shoulders are too wide. And then I'd go with you to practice for track, and the coaches would come up to me and say, you got to put some meat on her. She's got to lift some weights. And actually, I thought you were thin enough for modeling, and you were excelling at track. And I just wanted to tell everybody to buzz off, because I thought you were fine, and everybody needed to leave you alone. So as your mom, I'm still not happy with with the conflict that you find yourself dealing with on a daily basis. I don't think that's changed at all.
But the biggest concern I had was how you would deal with those conflicts emotionally. And as a young adult, those are adult type problems and decisions. You know, giving up one of two things that you love, and the frustrations or even anxiety or regret that comes with having to make those kinds of decisions. So my biggest worry was the emotional wear and tear that these types of things would have.
Actually, it's kind of ironic because 4 years ago we were living across the street in the summer, and you were in model shape, and I was taking you all over the fucking city to go to go-sees. What, can I not say that?
You can.
I did.
I know.
So we were going all over the city to go to model go-sees, and you were so worried about what you were dressing in, so you're fashionable and whatever. And we would just be walking around, and people would just holler at us. And then, of course, they would comment on how pretty you were, but how big my ass was. And that was funny because they talk about how big your ass is. Yeah, I really think where you were 4 years ago and where you are now is very different, but at the same time, there are certain things that haven't changed. Even though parameters of those things have changed, the consciousness of eating what you think is right for the shape you need to be in, and working out the amount that you know, all those things. It's very interesting.
I've been trained to be a physical being, whether that actually means being physical or being in an industry where your physicality is your job, your physique is what makes money, despite your talent, you know.
Yeah, when Kendall first got here, sometimes she had accomplished quite a bit in the high jump, and sometimes you assume that given somebody's physical accomplishments that they're capable of doing a certain amount of work, let's say, or have a certain amount of strength that allowed them to do that. I remember the first couple times when we were in the weight room, just putting the bar on her back or trying to learn how to do a power clean or something was quite the feat. Watching her crumble and collapse underneath just the bar without any weight on it was something, again, for somebody that had been such an outstanding high school athlete. So to watch that change over the years and watch the numbers go from, like I say, barely being able to support a 45-pound bar to being able to squat hundreds of pounds or power clean, a lot of weight, has been a lot of fun. And to see how that's allowed her to change, technically the event has been a lot of fun as well. So the change from that freshman year to now to her senior year, which is kind of crazy to think all of a sudden, 4 years into this, has been very significant. It's been very fun.
I have responsibility to a team, to a coach, to myself, to perform the best I can. I can't do that. I can't do that when I'm not attempting to make myself stronger. I realize this is still not enough. I have to be stronger. I have to achieve things that I didn't know I could, lift things I didn't know I could, to be able to perform at a Division I level.
Kendall is a junior photography major at the U of I and says she may try her hand at the other side of the lens after she graduates, but she hasn't completely ruled out modeling again sometime in the future. Aaron?